Well, good afternoon. It must be Thursday and it must be 3 p.m. And so here we are again, gathered in our little corner right near to the tabernacle as we're about to answer some more questions. So, welcome.
Thank you, Father. This week we're going to talk about sacramentals. So, what is a sacramental?
Okay, so if I keep on doing what I've always done, if you want to know about what sacramentals are, where should we turn? So basically, we can't look to the scriptures for this because the word is not used there. Probably not look to canon law. So let's see if the Catechism says anything about sacramentals. And we find sacramentals, the first article on the section in the Catechism entitled Other Liturgical Celebrations. So number 1667, it says, Holy Mother Church has moreover instituted sacramentals. These are signs which bear a resemblance to the sacraments. They signify effects, particularly of a spiritual nature, which are obtained through the intercession of the Church. By them, men are disposed to receive the chief effect of the sacraments, and various occasions in life are rendered holy. So, that's what a sacramental is. But maybe we want to go a little bit further to understand what are the characteristics of sacramentals. And so it says then, so number 1668 of the Catechism says, sacramentals are instituted for the sanctification of certain ministries of the Church, certain states of life, a great variety of circumstances in Christian life, and the use of many things helpful to man. In accordance with bishops' pastoral decisions, they can also respond to the needs, culture, and special history of the Christian people of a particular region. They always include a prayer, often accompanied by a specific sign, such as the laying on of hands, the sign of the cross, or the sprinkling of holy water, which recalls baptism.
Excellent.
Okay, so there it is, because I'm sure that knowing you're not going to just let it rest with just the one question with sacramentals. So maybe you have another lead-in question.
Father, you're right. Our next question, can anyone have sacramentals in their home?
Aha. So, if we look back then on what we said that sacramentals are signs, then they deal with certain things. There are certain things that are connected with these sacramentals. So can we have them in homes? And I believe that this question is connected to another section that we have within that same area of the Catechism. Because very often we confuse sacramentals with popular piety. And therefore, sacramentals, so number 1669 of the Catechism says that sacramentals derive from the baptismal priesthood. Every baptized person is called to be a blessing and called to bless. So every baptized person is called to baptism, called to blessing, and to bless. And therefore, who are the ones who need the use of the sacramentals? The lay people, because it's dealing with the baptismal priesthood. It's not dealing with the ordained priesthood. Therefore, lay people can preside at certain blessings. So the more then that a blessing concerns ecclesial and sacramental life, the more that that would be reserved to the ordained bishops, priests, or deacons. But others don't need to.
Great.
Therefore, all baptized persons have the use of these sacramentals.
That's great.
Okay,
Great news.
good.
Okay, you touched on this a little bit, Father, but how are they used?
Aha. So since we're dealing then now with popular piety, so these sacramentals would be connected with relics. So the relics of saints. So people would have those. But they're also involved with visits to certain sanctuaries, processions, stations of the cross, rosary, medals, and dances.
Dances.
Yes, that's there in the catechism.
Wow.
So you see, so these are the ways in which they would be used. So if you're going on a pilgrimage, if you're going to visit a shrine, like if you're going to visit San Pedro, the visit to San Pedro would be considered a sacramental.
Oh.
You see?
Fantastic.
Yeah. And there are some other sacramentals that I want to mention here because, for example, when we have the blessing of an abbot or an abbess, that is a sacramental. It seems to be connected with ordination, but it is not the sacrament of ordination. When a man or a woman takes religious vows, that is a sacramental as well. So they point to the sacraments, but they are not the sacraments. Because you know that we have 7 sacraments, and there are no others recognized by the church outside of those 7.
So sacramentals aren't just items.
No,
That's-
they're not just items.
that's
they're,
excellent.
They're actions as well.
Fantastic.
Okay?
All right, our last question. Why are sacramentals so important to the faithful?
Okay. So why would they be so important? Because if these sacramentals then derive from the baptismal priesthood, hence someone would be celebrating his or her baptismal priesthood with these sacramentals. Because sometimes we think, that, we have to go to a priest for this or for the other. But no. So when someone uses holy water in their home, you can use it to bless your place. You don't have to get a priest.
Right.
Sometimes when people talk about blessed soul now you can't bless the water, you can't bless the salt. You have to get one of the ordained to do that.
Right.
So this is why these are important to us, because they help to nurture us in our faith. And all of these things, as long as they're leading us into a closer relationship with God, and as long as they're pointing us to the sacraments and not detracting from the sacraments, then indeed they are very, very important.
That's great, Father.
So, do you have anything else to add to that?
That's all the questions
That's
I
all the
had.
questions.
Yes, I was very interested to learn that sacramentals aren't just items but also actions.
Yes.
That's excellent.
So maybe to those of you who have joined us for this, to say that this is actually the last Father Anthony's Corner that we'll be presenting, because we have been journeying with you during this pandemic, and we have accompanied you in your homes during this time. But the church in the diocese, we're now opening up some of the churches, and therefore people will have the opportunity to go to church. People will also have opportunities to go out on a Thursday afternoon to the hairdressers and to the barbers. So we feel that we shouldn't continue with this at the for this time. So it was good journeying with you, and we will see you on some of the other programs that we'll be presenting here at San Pedro.
Thank you very much, Father Anthony. Have a great afternoon, everyone.